How to create multiple streams of income in your 20s. So I love this one because I did this. And all of you can do it exactly the way I'm going to describe it, or you can get scattered, which typically happens because you look at a lot of shiny objects. So 3 things we're going to focus on so we really get you a plan by the end of this video of multiple streams of income in your 20s. How do you effectively make money in your 20s? Number 2, how do you manage corporate life and the tax code in your 20s? And number 3, which is probably going to be the biggest culprit, how do you avoid lifestyle spending in your 20s? Go for your assets, then build a lifestyle. Maybe have those in your 30s and 40s. That's up to you, but most of you blow it buying a lifestyle too early in your life versus putting that money away. So let's talk about how do you effectively make money in your 20s? Well, number 1, if you're gonna have a job, that's fine, but I need you to live corporate life. I need you to become an entrepreneur. I think everyone at 18 years old should start a company. I'll talk about that next. But when you live corporate life, you activate the tax code. You also activate an unlimited amount of income that you can make. You can take on as many gigs as you want. You can take on as many projects as you want. And in the beginning, let's be honest, in your 20s, you're exploring a lot of stuff, like who you really want to become, where you're going to actually put a lot of your life energy as you move. So I did a ton of stuff in my 20s. And as you make money, do it as a pure entrepreneur. So to learn this, I want to invite you to my Millionaire Intensive. Every 3 weeks for 8 hours, from 10 to 6 p.m. Pacific time, I do a Millionaire Intensive. The first few hours is exactly what I'm going to be teaching you and talking about how to live this corporate life. And when we talk about multiple streams of income, like I'm going to use personal training because that's what I did. And then I did a lot of fitness training. So I not only was a personal trainer, I had 16 personal trainers working for me. And then I got aerobics certified, national strength and conditioning certified. So what I want you to notice is I stayed in a lane. So I had a lot of varieties of income. And then I started building fitness centers in blue collar environments. Then additional income was teaching weight loss classes. I would teach specific strength training classes. We teach back strength training for blue collar guys who would hurt their back. We teach smoking cessation. Did I teach all the classes? No. I would hire other experts in those categories to teach it, and I ran it. See, a lot of you, especially in your 20s, you're doing too much and you need to learn to lead earlier. So partner with a lot of people. I had so many people working for me in different categories, and they had their own companies too. So I would hire their companies to come teach nutrition or a cooking class. I would hire somebody to teach a back injury class. Could I teach it? Yeah, but there's only so much of my time, and I'd rather lead the organization and the structure of making a lot of money. So multiple streams of income, it's just a great example. It's what I do here, right? Integrated wealth was built the same way. So I left the health industry and I moved into the wealth industry. So multiple streams of income is, yes, we offer you bookkeeping. We'll offer you a trust. We have entity services. We have all sorts of marketing services. In fact, if you need marketing and you need to get up and running as an entrepreneur, go to askrms.com, askrapidmarketingsystems.com, and let's teach you about a database. Probably the greatest gift Bob Proctor gave me at 21 years old is the introduction to a database. He said, whoever has the biggest monetized database is going to win. I'm like, well, what does that mean? And I learned very quickly what that means, and it has made us hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in the course of my lifetime by building a database since 21 years old. So grab our Ask RMS for $297 a month. We'll get you up and started in that immediately. Thing I really want to discourage you, though, is thinking about lots of disjointed activities. So multiple streams of income. Some people teach it, well, you should have something in the tech space, you should have something in the real estate space, you should have a stock portfolio. Well, first of all, real estate and stock typically are investments, they're not income producing. So in your income producing, I want you to have a whole variety of things you offer. So anybody in health and wellness, offer supplements, offer nutritional plans, offer cooking classes, offer everything that it takes to actually get healthy. So in your multiple streams, what are the 8-9 things would be my homework for you right now that are similar in the category that actually produces more for another person? If you want to write a book, well, what does it take to write a book? You're going to need a graphic artist for the titles. You're going to need somebody who actually knows how to lay it out and print it. You're going to need an editor. You've got marketing. You've got so many tasks. So if you're going to offer writing a book and actually becoming a bestseller, which I have just a few of them, it's going to take about 8 to 10 different streams of income to get that done properly. It's going to take videography, it's going to take photography. All those are different sources of income in a common goal for a person. It's your fastest way to grow a $100,000 business. It's the fastest way to grow $1 million business is multiple streams in one category. All around health is what I did in my 20s, and all around wealth is what I did in my 30s and on. And that's when I kind of picked my path. So let's keep moving. Number 2, I'm going to go back to living corporate life. You have to live inside of a company. In fact, my son just started another LLC today, and he's 23, about 24 years old. He got his first one for his birthday at 18, and now has, I don't know, I'd have to count with them, 6, 7, 8 of them. Why? Because there are multiple streams. Some of them are investment vehicles. Some are income vehicles. What is your path? But living corporate life allows you to activate the tax code, which is going to reduce your taxes. And many of you, you're overpaying taxes, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year. And you're saying, no way, I'm not either. We'll do a 3-year tax return review. At minimum, I know you're overpaying $10,000 to $15,000. So right there's $45,000. We'll help you get back so you have money to activate and get going. But living corporate life, again, go to my Millionaire Intensive, grab the 2 tickets that I gave you earlier, and I want to see you there for many reasons. Not only the marketing and the sales and getting you started in cash flow, but really understanding corporate life, because it's how you need to live for the rest of your life. You don't just start companies and then take them down, and start companies and take them down. You want to start companies and pass them on for generations. The longer that a company stands, the financial history will give you enormous lendability, credibility, and corporate credit. So before I go to the 3rd point and the mistakes that you probably are going to make, so subscribe to my channel, click that notification button, and share with anyone that you know that's in their 20s or even in their teenage years thinking about it, because I really want them at 18 years old. The minute they become a legal adult, I want them inside corporate life and corporate structure and activating the tax code, as well as starting their own companies. You can go get a job and have your own companies. My son has probably 2, 3 different, side hustles that he's doing in addition to becoming a CPA and having a big accounting job. What are you going to do? What are your kids going to do? How are you going to raise and grow them? This is not the school's job. It is yours, parents. So stay right here and don't go anywhere. The mistakes that most kids make in their 20s is lifestyle. They want to buy a better car. They want to buy jewelry. They want a better wardrobe. They want a better apartment. So if you're going to buy real estate, I'm giving my son the same advice. You can buy a house, or you can buy a duplex or a 4-plex, so you have more doors. Yes, there's a little bit of management, but then as you move on to actually get your next and your next and your next, you have a whole rental portfolio that you're growing. It's exactly what I did. I didn't buy a home until I had my son. I was 34 years old when I became a millionaire and had my son. So I bought doors. And then I kept moving on and continuing that. And FHA loans for first home buyers, by the way, you do qualify up to a 4-plex. So it doesn't have to be a home. It could be a duplex or a 4-plex as your first time home buying loan. Great strategy to get started. You can always have a lifestyle later, but you got to compound your money. So the last activity I want you to do is grab a compounding calculator, and I want you to play. I want you to say, I'm going to put away $1,000 a month. $5,000 a month. I want you to get so motivated to invest that money and watch it compound at 10, 12, 15% interest for the next 10, 20, 30 years. That is going to be more motivating for most of you than buying some trinkets that you're probably just going to sell off in a pawn shop. So be here every day, 5 days a week. Make sure you pre-order our journal. We have a learning journal, especially in your 20s. It's going to be a great journal. We're going to continue this conversation in business and finance. What are you learning? What are you doing? Go to askloral.com if you have any questions, and we'll be back tomorrow.